Hello everybody and welcome back to Landlord Super. This could be the final episode of this particular series. We might do one more after this, I'm not sure. It depends how much we get done today, but basically we're just decorating the house today in terms of filling it out with furnishings. So we're furnishing rather than decorating, I suppose. Let's take that off there, throw this away. I'm throwing away a completely good shower. I bought one and it didn't come with a screen.
Yeah.
It's a shame you can't just send it back and get your money back.
Sure.
So if I put it in the skip.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take a shower in a second, Winston. Yeah, so you just have to put it in the skip, unfortunately. I've had to do that with a few items as well. I've wasted quite a bit of money. We started out, by the way, with about 106,000. We're down to 101. We spent about $5,000 so far on this property. And I have wasted quite a bit because I've been throwing stuff away like crazy. You buy materials that could be used in future builds. I've just been throwing them away. So we've actually, doing pretty well because this house, by the way, I come into my little book here. This house is currently worth 13,500. So we're in it for $5,000. We've made $7,000 already. And that's without it being completed. Once it's completed, that value will shoot up. So we're doing really well anyway. I'm just going to go and take a quick shower. I just bought some more tiling there. Because we're going to have to destroy some tiling. Unfortunately. So, I have been shopping, as you can see, and I bought a lot of stuff. Most of this stuff is things that I remembered Winston usually only brings one or two of on his trip. For example, you can't buy a bed and a mattress together. Because he can't fit it on his wagon. So, to get around the fact that it's been about 10 trips for him, I thought I'd just buy some stuff in so that we got rid of that. And then when we're buying stuff later on in the video, he can get more on so we can show more, I suppose. Because otherwise it's just me standing around waiting for him to deliver stuff. Inside the property then, so the changes from the last video, I decided to go with the green wallpaper. It's the green variant of the one we've got in our bedrooms, which I think looks really nice down here. I quite like that. So I've got that going all the way down into the kitchen, and then we've got to change as we go into the kitchen. I've finished off in here. You'll notice it's gold here. I'll show you that in here as well, and we've got silver just here. That's because the plasterboard, it goes right through. It's one piece of plasterboard that goes through into both rooms. So when you paper over it, it puts it in both rooms. So there's no way around it really other than having a smaller piece of plasterboard here, which I'm not entirely sure you can do anyway. It kind of just does it itself. But to get around it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some drawers or a wardrobe or something in the way of both, and you'll never notice. It's one of those things. Inside here, I've gone with a white wall, mostly because we're going to have cabinets and stuff, fridges and stuff in the, well, not fridges, a fridge. We're going to have all that stuff in the way of it anyway. So I thought, keep it bright and it'll probably go well with all of the kitchen furniture. I've tiled this wall. I'll probably have to untile it, but I've tiled it just to see, and I think I will go with that. So that's going to be like the backsplash and all that kind of stuff. But I'm probably, well, in fact, I think I am going to have to take that off and redo it. But we'll get to that later. The reason I know that is because I've remembered, since trying to put this sink in here in the bathroom, that if you've got tiles on the wall, you can't place things against the wall. You have to take the tiles off, put the sink in, and then tile up to it and around it and then beyond. So we're going to have to take some tiles off in here as well, which is why I bought more tiles for in here. Now, the shower, I'm obviously throwing a perfectly good shower away. I might end up throwing two perfectly good showers away because there isn't really a way of fitting this in. It's too tight in here. It's just not a big enough room. I don't know why I purchased the shower, actually. I should have just... It's either a shower or a bath. We've not got a big enough property. It's only a small bungalow. There is no way to get a shower and... Well, a separate shower and bath in here. So we'll probably just have the bath or just have the shower. I'm undecided. The sink, to be honest with you, I'm not that keen on. And obviously, it won't be this height. It's this height because I can't place it lower. We will place it lower in a bit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not... Since getting it, I'm not that happy with it. It looks okay from, like, if you walk in, it looks great. But if you walk in and you see it sideways, the first thing you see as you walk in is all the piping beneath. I'd rather this side was closed off. And you don't see that as you walk in. So to have this in here, I think it needs to go on that far wall. Because if you walk in and see it in your bathroom, it's like, that looks great. But yeah, sideways, not so happy with it. Because I did have the bath along there, which just fit. And it looked pretty good, actually. But then you end up with a sink like that. The toilet as well also doesn't touch the wall. So there's a huge gap there. So I'm still figuring it out in here. And I might switch to just having the shower to create a little bit more space in here. Because we've actually got no room for a cabinet or anything like that. Not that we need it, but there isn't a room for it because the shower takes about half the space of the bath, so we get quite a bit back again if we got rid of the bath. But I'm not sure what to do. What I'm thinking is taking those tiles out, putting the sink on that wall, keeping the bath where it is, and maybe putting the toilet just here. That's what I'm thinking of doing. And I think that's probably the best way of doing it. Because the shower looks really good. But there's just no room in here for it, unfortunately. If you have a shower in there as well, it's too tight a room. So I think we'll have to get rid of another perfectly good shower. I'm just throwing away money here. I mean, I could keep this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep the shower. I'm not going to keep that one because I'd never have a shower, I don't think, without anything, without the sides on it. Because I don't see the point in that particularly. You know what? I'm going to keep the shower. We're going to keep the shower here in case I ever come back to this game. Because it is a nice shower. I quite like if we just place it there, for example. It is quite a nice shower. So I probably will keep the shower. Actually, rather than throw that away, I'll keep that for next time. But I will get rid of that one because it's got no frame to it. So it's just a shower. And it really looks odd because obviously because it's got no frame, nothing's really... It's just got some floating taps in it and stuff. I don't know, it doesn't look quite right. So we'll get rid of the shower. We'll just have a bath. I think I'm going to take those far tiles off. I could change the sink, but it matches the bath. So let's take these far tiles off. It's a bit annoying, but one of those things. As you can see, the wallpaper has spread through from next door. This is what happens in this game. If you've got a piece of plasterboard that goes through, it does, yeah, the bleed through is quite strong, so you end up wallpapering through into rooms you don't want to. So I don't know if I'm going to have the same issue with this toilet, really, because it goes this way. I did try this off camera as well. I've taken tiles off already and played around. That is as close as that goes, whether it's a tiled wall or not. It just does not like going flush to the wall for some reason. Really no idea why. I mean, obviously the pipe work, but I think it's because it's got no tank to it. You know what I mean? I don't know where the water comes from here. There's not enough water in there. So, yeah, I don't really know. It's just because of the design of the toilet, I think. Right, let's put the sink. The sink would go about there somewhere, I would say, which isn't too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. I think we'll keep the bath there. I did like it that way. It looked really good that way. Let me just show it you before we continue. It actually fit perfectly, which is by pure coincidence that it would do that, because I didn't measure that, but that is absolutely perfect. There's a tiny gap there. In fact, actually, I think I might have gone through the wall. Yeah, there is no gap. That's right, yeah. I somehow glitched it through the wall. I didn't think there was a gap. But yeah, that fit absolutely perfectly. And I really like that, but then I just don't like the sink. Because the sink would obviously be lower, but... I don't know. Or should we just do that? The bath looks better that way, doesn't it? The bath does look a lot better that way. Let's get it in. We'll just deal with the sink looking a bit odd. Actually, let me just screw this in with the electric. Oh, I moved it, didn't I? I cleared my yard up. I got rid of all of the stuff we're throwing away and all the tools, but a moment too soon. I think we probably could have stretched it from there, to be honest. I don't know how long the wire is. I think it's just massive, massive cable. It just stretches as far as you want it, really. Now, there are a couple of screws the other side, which are a pain to get to. But you can lay on the floor and just about reach your way through. There we go. That's the bathtub in. Let's close that. Now, I don't know if I've got to close the other side of that or if that's auto-closed. Nope, not auto-closed. It's coming through the other side. Those doors are only used to access screws. That's fine. So that's the bathtub in, which looks nice. Let's put the sink. Let's get rid of these tiles. Put the sink in. Now, where do we want the sink? Something like that? Or a little bit further this way. Maybe a touch further this way. It's a little bit close to the... Don't want it too high. Obviously, don't want it too low either, but... Not bad. It's a little bit on the low side. Maybe slightly higher. Not bad, but I don't want it to look strange. It's not too bad, though. I just really wish you could block the side off. But I think the bathtub looks better in that corner, so we'll roll with that. We'll have that there. So for having that there, I think we'll have the toilet the other side. So that can just go like that, for example. Which is, I suppose, makes sense because you don't immediately then walk in and see the toilet, which I guess is a bit more desirable. It's screwed in. The 2 screws. Can't use it. You can't use the back either. You can use the toilet, I think, when you screw that in, but you can't use the other thing. Let's see, we've got a screw just here. And a screw just here. Right, that is the bathroom sort of in. I've got to buy some other bits and pieces. What time of day is it? 6:30. So we'll leave that for now, then we'll tile that up a bit later on. Because I'm going to buy a mirror and maybe a cabinet or something, and I don't know how that all goes on either with tiles, so we'll do all of that and then we'll tile it up after. So I'll leave the tile in here. Also got a light. Now, unfortunately, I don't know which light it is, because all of the lights come in the same box. So I've bought 4 Now, one of these is red, I think, for the room. I think this room potentially is going to be the red room. Yes, because I've got red curtains. So that can go there. I think that's red. Certainly doesn't look... Is that red, or is that... Oh, is that my brass-looking one? I think that might... Yeah, I think that's the brass-looking one. I think that's actually for this room. We'll screw that in later. What's this one? This is just a regular light. So I'm going to have that like that or something like that, just as you walk in. This is another one of those. And if these boxes were color coordinated, that would be a lot more. Now that's red, isn't it? So that wants to definitely go the other way. I think what I'll do... I'm going to have 2 lights down this hallway, so I'm going to have one there and about one here, but I'm going to steal this one, put it in the bathroom. If we just do it with our regular screwdriver, screw that in. Some screws in the ceiling as well. Okay, let there be light. It's better. We can see in there now. That's good. Right, what should we do next? Don't know what colour light to put in the kitchen. Probably do a bedroom next anyway, though. So let's the light somewhere in the centre. It's not the centre at all. Where's the centre of this room? Pure guesswork. That's not the centre either. A little bit further. I mean, it won't be dead center, but that's central enough. Switch on the wall. Screw it in. Right, we should have some light in here now, and we do. So since we've got light in there, I can now start to put the stuff in. So I think this bed is going in there. Which way is it going to go? The door open. You want the door opening into the bed. I think maybe have it just straight in as you walk in like that. I've got a... What time of day is it now? 20 to 9. How are we doing? Calories are a bit low. I think we might have to have some breakfast in the morning. The mattress on. Looks good. Goes well with the red light and with the red curtains as well. They're more like blinds, to be honest. They're called curtains in the catalogue, but they operate like a blind. Let's screw that in. I've got to make a decision as whether we want... I've got this... Another colour variant of this in the other bedroom as well. Is it just 2 screws? Looks like it. I operate this, or is that just... Why can't I operate the curtains? That's kind of weird. Are they just completely permanently rolled? Or have I missed the screw somewhere? It's kind of odd. We want to raise our standing height. Is there one up there? Can't see a. Are they on the wrong way or something? So usually you would just like walk up to these things and you get the... There's no like pulley system or anything like that on them either. Weird. Usually you can draw the curtains, so I don't know what's going on here. They should just roll down, but... Can't seem to do it with those. Weird, because I got these ones as well. See what I mean? That's what they should do. Why are they not doing that up there? So they have only got 2 screws. So when I put it above the window, that's what should be happening. And then it's just a case of screwing them in. And this one has stayed rolled. Might have to undo this. If I can. I can even find the screw again. There it is. Tell you what, that cat outside is having either some argument with another cat or just making a lot of noise for no reason. Oh, where is it? Come on. There somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let's take that off the... Must have had it in the wrong spot or something. I have no idea what happened there. Either way, we now have curtains. Or blinds. Come on, game. This is... Oh, come on. This is trying to get the right... There we go. Got it. All right, so stop knocking on the window. There we go. So yeah, we've got that. So it's whether we have these all the way through the property or we have some more traditional looking curtains in the rest of the rooms. I'm not entirely sure. So they're in, that's in. Lights in. 11 o'clock. We'll go another hour. I don't think I've got anything else for the bedroom. No, I haven't. Not anything particular. I've just got the bed for the other one as well. That's all we've got for the bedrooms. We'll get these in. Should we have this one on a different angle? Have that like that. bit difficult to get around the door, but it's not too bad when the door's closed. We wired this light in yet? We haven't. Let's wire this in so we can see what we're doing. Apparently they're not screwed in. There we go. Right, so we've got some light. I can turn my torch off. How do we want this then? Tell you the truth, I think I want it on that wall. It just looks a bit odd just there. I think we'll have it just there. That's better. Does the door crash into it though? Not quite. That's okay. We'll have the bed there. Then we can put some other bits and pieces around it. Let's go and grab its mattress. And I think we shall head to bed ourselves. So screw this in while I remember. Tell you what, the second screw... There it is. Very tricky to find. Right, it's working, so that's screwed in. That's all good. Okay. Don't really need to turn the lights off, but I will. Save the energy. Let's head to bed. Alright, some money back for our shower. How are we doing? 100 calories? Absolutely starving. Let's go and get a meal. Morning, Tamsin. What time is it? 8:14. Sounds like the perfect time for some fish and chips, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't mean to click goodbye. I want my fish and chips. There we go. Fish and chips, please. Yep. Thank you. Lovely. 8:15, fish and chips. Okay. Let's carry on then. So we've got the living room, which I can largely do and complete here before we put an order in. We need a light for in here as well, don't we? It's a bit dark in here, actually. Dump the stuff in. We'll rearrange it in a second. Somewhere around here, I should have a TV as well, although maybe I couldn't fit that on the order. Can't see it. It'd be pretty obvious if there was a TV around here somewhere, wouldn't it? So there's no TV yet, but I've got all the rest of the stuff. I've got a gas fire. Even though it's called a radiator in this game, it's clearly a gas fire. So we've got a radiator in here as well, but we can have a gas fire to keep us a bit warmer in the winter time. Right, what orientation do we want this room? Now, obviously, that's a good wall for a sofa because it's quite long. But where would you put your TV? In the corner there? Traditional corner TV? Guess we could do that, couldn't we? If we put our sofa just there, footstool. So whoever sits here by the fire keeps nice and warm, watches TV. Lovely. Chair over this side. See if we can... It's not very good. When he holds it on his shoulder like that, you can't see the door, so you can't line it up properly. Put that there. I don't know how to have that on a bit of an angle. And have it a bit more angled. Something like that. It's very close to the TV. You're sitting a lot closer than the people over here, aren't you? Never to have that going that way. Actually, have it sideways. As you can see, I've purchased furniture, as I've done with the bathroom. I've purchased furniture as if I've got much bigger rooms. I forgot how small this house actually is. But that looks good, though. That's not bad. I like that. So we'll put the corner TV unit. which is not actually a... It's not a corner TV unit, but which one is it? It's this one, I think. TV stand. It comes on wheels, so they can wheel it around. Whoever moves in. They'll be able to freely... Is it on wheels? Oh, no, I thought it was on wheels. I don't think it is, actually. Does it go that way, or does it go the other way, or is it the same both ways? I think it's the same both ways. So we'll put that as in the corner as we can. There we go. That's about as far as it'll go without clipping through the wall. So we'll have that there. We'll get a TV for it. I've then got a stack of coffee tables, which fits beautifully down there. And then I've got just a regular coffee table. Could go down the side of the chair like that. So that person's got somewhere to put their drink as well, and you can keep your TV remote on there, TV magazine, whatever you've got. Telephone, you can keep that on there. Pretty much finished, really. Obviously, we'll put some pictures on the wall, and we need the TV. Maybe you can get some shelving as well. I might put a shelf there. Aside from that, there's not a lot to put in here, is there? It's 1985. There isn't a lot of technology to add to the room. Do I need to screw this in? Or is this just like the other radiators? I think it's just like the others, isn't it? Just goes on there like so. So that's that room semi-done. I'll leave the door open, actually. I'll only close rooms that we're done. Which at the moment, of course, is none of them. Let's get an order in them. For the TV and stuff like that. Which I think is the best TV is in Harold's, I think. No, not bedroom. No, not bathroom either. Living. Electronics. You know what? If I could use my mouse, maybe I'd actually find it. What am I playing at? There we go. Electronics. Ah, that's not a good TV set. I don't. Is that the one? I don't think that's... maybe it is. So that's a... I think that's a Sony TV, isn't it? That's not bad. But the one in Argos... I don't know. It's a bit bigger, doesn't it? It's a slightly better TV. I don't know. We'll go with the most expensive one. We'll go with the Sony TV. It just looks like it's a bit small, but it is a small room, so maybe a smaller TV set is a good thing. So we'll have that. We'll also, while we've got you on the phone, might buy some stuff for the bedrooms. Wardrobe. Be tough to fit that in. I want the drawers for... I'll have those ones because that looks like it might cover that gap. So that's going in the room that's got the brass-coloured curtains and the... And that is an actual brass. The others are just sort of brass-coloured, I think. That kind of colour would go well in that room. So we'll have that in that room. So we'll have one of those. And for the other room, I'll have those in red. Nope, not walnut, in red. Nope, not walnut, in red. Why do you keep trying to sell them in walnut? I want them in red. Let's have a wardrobe then. Because it... I think I need to... I don't know. I'll figure that in a second. We'll have a wardrobe, though. I'll have the... We'll have a red wardrobe for the red room. You have that... glass. I quite like the idea of glass. Now, is that glass... You want it see-through, would you? Does it mean mirrored? But having a mirror on there would be quite good. We'll have that. We'll pretend it's a mirror if it's not. I want that in red. Because I kept clicking that, isn't it? And then it went back to walnut. I don't think it was giving me this option. Or if it was, I was just being stupid. Anyway, we'll have a red one of those. See, this is ridiculous. I can get all of this on, and you could only bring me one mattress and nothing else. You could maybe get 1 or 2 lights with a mattress. Makes no sense, the amount of furniture I'm now picking. We'll see how we go with all of that stuff. I'll wait for the curtains. We'll get those later. Let's see if we can get a couple of lights on. I could do with one for the living room. Doesn't really matter the colour, to be honest. I might just go with that, because I think we've got a few of those anyway. I'll have another one of those for the second one down the hallway. And then we want one for our kitchen as well. Which I might have white in the kitchen. Right, bring me some stuff. While we wait for him. What else can we do while we wait? I guess we should start bringing in some kitchen stuff. Not that it'll be that long anyway. So I've gone with... I quite liked the light coloured walnut on top. I think it's called light walnut anyway. I think that'll look quite nice. Quite nice units. I'll have to figure out the order in which we place things in there. We'll unload this, I think. The TV can go just there. That actually looks really good, doesn't it? Fits that unit perfectly. I shall take this. Actually, you know what? I will just put this stuff on the floor. It takes him a while, doesn't it, to drive back. Probably should have just paid the $5. Right, I think he's empty. Right, off you go, Winston. I'll be calling you again this afternoon. Probably. For some more stuff. Right, let's try this just here. Hopefully this fits. Doesn't quite cover it, does it? Ah, it doesn't cover it. Felt for sure that would cover that. Maybe I should have got the next one, you know, the wider one. I mean, I could drop the switch, and then you'd never notice. I really did think this would cover that. Oh well. We'll figure that out later. Have the wardrobe for in here. Now I could put the wardrobe here. That would definitely cover this. There we go. That covers that nicely. It's a bit when you're getting out of bed. Obviously, that means there's no nightstand or anything, but it covers that that wallpaper issue I've got. I could move the bed to the left slightly, actually. Unfortunately, I think, yes, the mattress... You can't do that. You can smash a mattress. I did that before. I smashed the mattress as if it was made out of glass. I remember doing that. Let's move the bed slightly. Be careful with the mattress. Pop it back on. There we go. Creates a bit more room. Still no room for a nightstand or anything, but it's just a bit better laid out, I think. Then you can have your drawers, because it doesn't matter where you have these. You can have these in the center. Over there like so. We've got some lights. What light have we got first? Got a grey one that is for about here somewhere, so put that there. And I could... See, I could put this... Oh, yeah. Nah, you can't. I was going to say, in the other rooms, I could put the switch to block that silver out. But you can't actually get it on that row, so we won't be doing that. We can go there. Is this the white one? Here's the white one, straight away. Nice. We'll put that switch like that somewhere. Means this light must be for in here. It's good. Screw those all in. And we'll see what to buy next. Right, we all good? I think we're done, aren't we, for lights? Everything... Yeah, everything's good, I think. All screwed in. Apart from this one. Okay. Give it a try. Good. Alright, so we've got all of our lights sorted. So we don't need to worry about that anymore. Turn generator off a second. Let's order something else from Winston, because otherwise we'll get through the day. So he only orders till 6, I think it is, so we can't go any later than that. Now, I could put something else just there. Feels like something else could go just there, doesn't it? And in this room needs a wardrobe, so we'll get another wardrobe, see what else is for sale. We want Harold's. Bedroom, wardrobes and storage. So we'll have this, but in the brass colour. We'll have that. I don't know whether to try these drawers wide. See if that would cover that gap better. It might do. Depends how tall they are. Try them. Drawers wide. We'll have a set of those. I'll also have a set of those in red, please. And anything else we can get in here? We've got some pictures to put on, but we'll do that later. Maybe a lamp. Do they want a lamp? There's not a lot else you can really have in the bedroom, to be honest. Certainly not out of this catalogue. So there's some cabinets and some shelves. With these cabinets, I think we'll have a shelf. These cabinets, we've not really got room for a cabinet in the living room, have we? But we can have a shelf or two. So we'll leave the cabinet, but we'll have a couple of medium shelves. Keep them in the glass and gold, I think, so then it matches the TV unit. So we'll keep them like that. I'll have 2 of those for the living room. And I think that's basically it for the living room then, isn't it? So I think we'll be able to shut that off then. Other than pictures, which we can go and chuck on while we wait, because I have got some. I don't know if I ever removed my own images. If you saw my previous playthrough of this game. Oh no, they have changed. That's weird. You know, when I bought these, they were the stock images. They weren't the ones that I changed them to. Because I've changed all of the images in the game, because I was fed up of the pictures after 2 or 3 houses. So I changed the... I just got some random pictures off the internet and changed them to my own. I think one of them should be my logo, but I don't know which number of photo it is. Not bad. Just align that better. Pretty good. And then just a couple of shelves just there. That's what I'm thinking. All right, Winston. I'll pay you a £5 to unload for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hope you didn't smash that. Went down with a bit of a thud, didn't it? Right. Let's put the shelf there. I'm thinking one there and one above it is what I'm thinking. Then you'll have to use your... Can I order 2 of those? Or could he not fit another one on? Oh, there it is. You'll have to use your imagination. Because there are no sort of decoration items. But you can imagine, I don't know, some glasses or something on there. Or a vase or some books or something. Use your imagination. And that's what would be on there. We'll screw those in now, because I'm likely to forget that, and I think this room is done. I don't think we're going to get finished today. We're not far off, but I've still got a kitchen to fit, so we'll have to fit a kitchen in the final episode. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. Crouch. There it goes. Right, so they're on. Yeah, I think this room's done then. So the living room is complete. So we'll just close the door, have a look inside. There you go. That's our living room done. We've got our gas fire. No, that is straight. It looks like it's off to one side, but it's fine. We've got our gas fire. We've got a radiator, somewhere to sit. Whoever moves in, we always put all their own stuff in the coffee table, underneath the TV. Place to stack some stuff there. Nice place to sit over here. Coffee tables to get out when more people come round for extra drinks. It's all good. So that room is complete then. The last thing we'll do, I'll just turn this racket off. Let's just have a look to see what the weather's doing, shall we? Since I've got a TV now. Calm and clear, that's what I like to hear. Next change in the weather is expected at 8 p.m. About this time, it's expected to get mostly cloudy, but no signs of rain. That's not a problem there. So we'll keep a track of that. So it's 4 p.m. now. At 8 p.m., it should get cloudy. So that sun should disappear. Although it would probably be dark by then, so I don't know if we'd notice that anyway. Let's go and grab the rest of our items. So hopefully, this is wider. Well, it is wider, but tall enough as well to replace that and cover over the bad decoration in the other room. Might well be, you know. Don't know if it's quite tall enough. Have a look. It's starting to generate some flies again. Yeah, it's not tall enough. God, can you believe it? It's just too short. Just too short. Ah, that's annoying. Oh, well, whoever, I guess I could put a photo over it, couldn't I? I could replace it with a picture. It'd be a bit of a low-hanging picture. It could be done. I think this does fit in that gap. Just. And only just. I could put like a low-hanging picture now above it. But I don't know. It'd still look odd, though. It's still going to look very strange. And I can move the light switch. What would look good as a low-hanging picture? I think this might be too wide for the space. Yeah, that's far too wide for the space. Bring it in, though. Could have that. It's a longer one. Well, that's quite a long picture. And I tell you what, we'll have that. I'll move that light switch because obviously that's a bit weird having your light switch within your picture. So we'll move the light switch to either behind the door or just there or something. So we'll move the light switch, but we'll have that. That's done that quite nicely. Right, let me go and have a quick shower because these flies are just ridiculous. I don't remember sweating this much when we've been doing more hard manual labour all the way through this series. I know we sweat from some things. Carrying these wardrobes is a much harder job, it seems, than doing some of the brickwork and all the other bits that we end up doing. Right. I think probably in that corner there for this. Now, we could have it facing the bed, actually. Have it there. That's not bad. I don't know if to get in this room. I don't know if I can in this room. Even though they're very similar sized rooms. We can get a... Because I've had to cover the wall. The wardrobes had to go that way. Just kind of meant that I've not got room for a bedside table in here. I could squeeze one in the other room. We could just have stuff in here. Mind you, what are you putting on your bedside table? 1985, not you put your phone on the side, is it? You don't need a bedside table, it's fine. Actually, not too bad in here. I think some pictures, but aside from pictures, almost done. I might get a mirror as well. Might buy a mirror. Obviously, I'll do that off camera, and then so we can start with a mirror. So I won't call that finished yet. I'll get a mirror, put some pictures in it, but then it's done. this room is done, so we'll close that door. So in the next video then, because we can't get any more deliveries now anyway, I might get another sort of a mirror for in here as well, and maybe a bedside table, but then this room is done. I'll put the tiling in here. We can do that now. So basically the final episode will just be, it might not even be a very long episode, but it'll be fitting the kitchen just to finish off, and then a final tour. So we're done in here though, aren't we? So we can put the tiling back on. Remember not to tile over the window. Right, now where did I tile to? Make sure we go along that same line. You know, for a moment there, I thought that was going to be really horrible and not do it. It's okay. It's managed it. Now, I don't know how far underneath I can actually reach it. I have to bend right down, hoping I can do the whole thing. More or less the whole thing. Fortunately, can I go down any further? I can. Can I see it? No, I can't see it, because it stands you up. How annoying is that? So when you bend down like this, you can click it, but then the character stands up, and then it goes red. Oh, that's annoying. I don't think I can do that. Unless I can do it from far away. Ooh, or maybe I can. Or at least do part of it. I can do that part of it, so that's fine. Can I do the other side from over here? I can do some of it. I think there's going to be a square that's not done. But we can't see it, so be it. So the final episode of the series then will be just fitting the kitchen in here. I'll purchase a couple of extra bits for in here. So I'll get the wash basket and mirrors and stuff for in here. So we'll decorate in there, but I'll get all of that stuff off camera. The final couple of bits for in there and the final couple of bits for in here as well. So we will finish for definite in the next video. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like, consider joining and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you for another video very soon.